Turning now to those historic wildfires in Hawaii. At least 55 are confirmed dead, and that number is expected to rise. 1,000 people are still missing. Hundreds of homes and businesses have been destroyed. But local churches are responding to help the victims of this major disaster. CBN's Brody Carter has this report.
There's still no food, no restaurants open, no stores open, nobody can get gas.
Lahaina, Hawaii is home to about 13,000 people in Maui. Now, the mayor says the town is gone after the largest and deadliest fire on record raged throughout the streets Wednesday and Thursday.
This was a home. There's their car.
The once historic district is being described as apocalyptic.
Unfortunately, almost every single business inside of Front Street is burned down.
Much of the area's culture has been erased, with as many as 270 buildings damaged or destroyed.
So anything that was a wooden structure is pretty much gone. Anything that was concrete, like some of the old courthouse or something like that, they're still standing up, but pretty much everything's burned down.
Look at this.
We were not prepared for what we saw.
Richie Olston, a Maui helicopter pilot for 52 years, says the destruction reaches as far as the eye can see.
What we saw looked like an area that had been bombed and burned in a war zone.
Billows of black smoke and then a separate billow of white smoke.
Survivors tell disturbing stories of narrow escape, some with only the clothes on their back.
It was literally burnt to the ground with ash heap.
Niecy Davies from Nashville was vacationing just miles away from the flames. She tells CBN News she's just grateful to be alive.
An angel couple decided they were going to go to the airport a day early and said that they would squeeze us into their rental car.
Maui County officials say the wildfire in Lahaina is roughly 80% contained, but power isn't expected to be restored for days, if not weeks. They say a red flag alert with dry conditions, low humidity, and high winds helped fan the flames of the massive inferno.
The reason it spread so fast is there are reports of gusts of up to 85 miles per hour.
President Biden has declared Maui a disaster zone, making federal funds available to help those affected. The money will be used for temporary housing, home repairs, and other efforts to help pick up the pieces in Maui. CBN's Operation Blessing is connecting with churches in Hawaii and supporting their efforts, and the needs are great amid the devastation.
We're reeling. It's been terrible to see.
Jonathan Laurie, the youngest son of evangelist and pastor Greg Laurie of Harvest Christian Fellowship, tells CBN's Faith Nation their church in Lahaina, Kumalani Chapel, is finding it hard to cope in the immediate aftermath.
About 10 families or more that we know of already have lost their homes, lost their businesses, had to run out of the house in the middle of the night because they heard the evacuation call.
Contacting his team on the ground is hard because communications are down. Families with nothing left are taking refuge inside the church while emergency crews work round the clock.
We need to be praying for the peace of the people that are there. We need to be praying for their safety. I heard officials saying that they're up to 10 days out from having electricity.
And recovery and relief efforts will take far longer as Hawaiians hit by the fires look to rebuild after the devastation that swept through their homes and businesses. Brody Carter, CBN News.
Thank you, Brody. You know, when this story broke, I think a lot of folks thought it was going to be a blip on the screen, quick in the news cycle. But now that the images and video are coming out, people are saying this is a tragic and devastating situation. And of course, you know, like a hurricane, like a tornado, there's still much danger after the crisis has passed and the cleanup efforts and recovery. And now looking at no power for weeks. So I'm very glad to hear CBN's Operation Blessing is going to be partnering with local churches. And you can find out more about the relief efforts in Hawaii by going to cbnnews.com.